3, 2, 1. Oh my god. 3, 2, 1. Sorry for the
Hey everybody, how you doing today?
I just had to edit out a very offensive thing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But welcome to the show. This is our show. Obviously, you know what the title is. It's above us. It's in the title right
It's
up
in
there.
the title. We've already decided. We've definitely decided on a name, and it's in the title.
And you can see what the name is right there.
Right there. There you go. So yeah.
Like always, like seconds.
We know what we're doing. Professional.
We got this beer called Leinenkugel Berry Shandy.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what a shandy is?
I don't know shit about shit.
Okay, a shandy.
Luckily, thank you for telling us the process of creating beer in the comments, by the way. We really appreciated that. It was very informative, and now we know everything about it.
A shandy.
We'll talk about the chemical compounds later because, we know that now.
A shandy was typically known as a beer mixed with like a lemon lime soda or lemon soda, but realistically, it's just a shandy is a beer brewed on top of a soda.
Okay.
So it's like brewed into a soda, and so a berry shandy. So
that makes sense. That makes total sense because I've drank summer shandies before, and those were like, what is it, like porch shandy and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it was all like lemon flavored. And
yeah.
It had like a pop taste.
Leinenkugel is a brand that definitely took the bull by the horns.
For sure.
And they definitely are producing a lot different flavors of shandies. They're definitely it's not all lemony and
I know some people prefer, like, they don't like Leinenkugel. They think it's a little like fake tasting or whatever. But personally, I don't get that. I like Leinenkugel for what it is. I like being able to have several different options of different flavors. And berry is fucking right up my creek. So
yeah, it's actually made with blackberry juice. Blackberry juice.
Ooh, yeah. So blackberry shandy. Do you have any idea where the term shandy itself came from? Is that like something that we could?
It's like a bar term.
Find out. Okay. Yeah, they were
yeah,
pass me that shandy over
well,
there.
No,
like,
I mean they just mixed like I said.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah,
they would just mix
stick.
it. It's like they would mix beer with.
We're giving that guy shandy,
like a Sprite or something. They would mix beer with weird stuff.
Yeah, and then they'd like go from there.
Yeah. Called shandy. I don't know where there's.
Instead of telling us how to
say it,
make a shandy, because we already know how you do that. Okay, we need you guys to find out the original first usage of the word shandy and let us know.
Yeah. The first usage. Why did they use it?
Oh, that's gonna spark such a controversy in comments. They're gonna be like, "No, it was my dad. He's the first one that used it."
Well,
His dad was a lying bitch.
We got a fun show today. Today we're gonna be taking a ride on the member berry train.
Taking some members down to the barracks.
Taking a little bit of memories. We're gonna be.
That's actually the reason why we got the berry shandy. So.
For what?
The members.
Oh, because it's berries.
Cut.
You piece of
shit. We'll cut. Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh my god.
We're keeping it.
Oh
Wouldn't that be good? Like berry shandy, like member.
Yeah.
I can use that as exactly.
Berry shandy.
Member them
berries. Member berries.
Shandy.
But
episode. We talk about like cut content and.
Remember that episode?
Yeah. Remember Juarez?
So,
like that.
so today we're gonna be checking out.
Gun?
So today.
Remember Battle Royale? Remember YouTube?
Remember YouTube?
Yeah, it's dead by the way.
It might not be dead now.
Okay. It's actually been revived. Stock prices are skyrocketing because they've overcome the great trials and tribulations of
depression.
2020, whenever this is actually airing. I'm just
Yeah, it's like the lake house. Not the Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves, he puts the letters in the notebook, whatever, and he puts the letters in a thingy, and it goes to the future.
God, no one is gonna have any fucking clue what that's about.
Okay.
It's okay.
But moving on, we're gonna get ahead with we have a bit today. Today we're gonna be looking at old 90's commercials. Things, they just kind of they disappear, and we just kind of forget about things. And
yeah, absolutely nothing comes to my mind.
The things that are gone.
Things that are gone? No, because I don't remember that they're gone.
Do you remember Bud Dry?
Bud Dry?
Yeah, like Budweiser Dry. Bud Dry.
Nope.
You remember Bud Dry?
Yeah, this is gonna be a good segment because I have a bad memory.
Do you remember?
You'd show me something from last week, and I'll be like, "Damn, gone with the times, gone too soon."
Do you remember Jolt?
Jolt.
Jolt soda.
Was it or was it a soda or was it like an alcoholic?
It's like an energy drink. And it really doesn't matter because that's actually it's slowly coming back. I think it's on the West Coast right now, but it was gone.
Let's get a confirmation for that. Let us know if you're drinking Jolt right now. If you're listening to the podcast and drinking Jolt energy drink, let us know. We might need to get.
Well, I think it's like Jolt Cola, but it was basically an energy drink.
Jolt Cola. It
was like Jolt. It was like the same thing as what's that weird one that just came back in Louisiana? You can get it at Louisiana right now. Surge.
Surge, yeah, okay.
It was like.
Was Surge considered an energy drink?
Yeah,
it was. See, I mean, they didn't have
like
that title at the time.
See, Jolt,
Surge was out before Red Bull, right?
Jolt was kind of like the Coca-Cola Surge flavor.
Coca-Cola.
It was like Surge, but it tastes like Coke. Where Surge is Surge, it tastes like Sprite.
Oh, well, I mean, then again, I haven't tried Coke flavored energy drink, so I can't really comment on it. It seems like every energy drink you have is a mixture of I don't know, Sprite and something else.
I drank Balls, BAWS, BAWL, Balls root beer.
Grab Balls
and that was a energy drink root beer.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Those are very good. I remember there was what game did they release that with? They did a promotional advertising. Yeah, they did something like Run Like Hell. I think was I don't know, something like that.
No, I don't know.
It was like a promotional thing along with Balls. But it's the tagline was "Grab your balls and run like hell."
Do they still sell Bazooka bubblegum? They might. I don't think it comes with the comic books anymore.
See, we gotta sit here and differentiate between the places we are, because like we're talking to that Canadian guy not too long ago. They still have candy cigarettes over in Canada right now. So you might get Bazooka bubblegum from 10 years ago as well, or something.
Who knows?
There's no telling.
Who knows?
Mention, if you go.
But we got five commercials that we're gonna play for you guys, and we're gonna sort of just commentate over them and just talk about these old 90's commercials. They're all from the 90's. These are things that do not exist anymore.
Okay.
And we are going to listen to them and comment on them. And our first thing is a old 90's Taco Bell commercial.
So if you're a 2000s kid, then you'll never ever get these references.
But we'll talk about it. And
or if you're an 80s kid, you were like, "Bah, that shit's stupid." Wow. Okay. 39 cents? Hold on. No, pause it right now. Because I think we need an explanation
that's
of what the fuck is going on. So, for one, guys driving down the road on a piano, a speedster, right? A dragster speedster
piano,
playing the piano and singing I don't know, like fucking like, what was it, the meatball song or whatever? It's kind of like that theme or whatever.
Singing the Taco Bell theme song.
Is that the Taco Bell theme
I think
song?
it is, because this actually has multiple. This actually has multiple ones, and there's two different people playing it too.
Also, they're showing booties too. Like,
and there's three ladies, three ladies dancing on the road while he's driving the piano.
And they're singing about the Taco Bell. The new? Is it new?
New Fiesta.
Or is it like a...
It's new.
No, they're just doing it at the time. It's a Fiesta menu. This is the key. People, if you take nothing else from this, understand this. This was what, 20 years ago? Probably less. Probably like 15 years ago. 36-cent menu is what they're advertising. 36 cents. Dude, you could be hella broke. Go eat one 36-cent item and then not have to eat anything else all day. I'm just saying.
Is that nuts?
36 cents.
Is that
survive you.
And I wanted, the reason why I even seen that, I'm like,
and then you could get a water.
36-cent menu. Just think, is that just crazy how much things cost now though?
It's inflation completely. Yeah.
It's just insane. It's just almost, just think if we were making the same amount right now and things still cost they did in the 90s.
Because, alright, like, say if they were doing that, what would it be now? Like, $1.50?
You think?
Yeah, I say it'd probably be like $1.50. So that's like
they still have a dollar menu though.
They do have a dollar menu, but not with items like that.
The Fiesta menu?
Yeah, like, and even their dollar stuff now is like, $1.20 and $1.30.
Their tacos though were I think their tacos were still 49 cents.
49 cents?
Yeah. So the Fiesta menu was 10 cents cheaper than their tacos.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know anyone that ever just goes there and buys actual tacos anymore. Like, I don't know anybody.
Yeah, no, I don't know either. They have so much other stuff.
Sorry if we're misrepresenting you, 49-cent taco buyer.
49-cent taco buyer. No, tacos aren't 49 cents.
You're the real
anymore.
MVP. You're the one that knows how to save money.
But yeah, just Taco Bell.
Like all the 49-cent taco people
the Fiesta
that
menu
have survived through the years are now millionaires, and that's why you don't really hear about them anymore.
You see,
Speaking of Taco Bell, own Taco Bell.
Speaking of Taco Bell, the guy that the CEO of Taco Bell just left to Chipotle, and now he's running Chipotle. He's about to he wants to change up their menu.
Kind of run into the ground, add a little bit of like chemicals and shit.
I guess so.
There you go.
But yeah,
I'm actually not too surprised though. So if you didn't know this, Taco Bell is owned by Pepsi. So y'all need to know that right there.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it. It's a chain. So though they have like certain items and menus or whatever, that's why like it's all kind of like intermixed and together. Like
that's why you could get a Pepsi Fire and Ice there back in the day.
Yeah, the
2002
Mountain Dew Baja Blast and all that shit.
Yeah, 39 cents menu. I just want to say, no longer. We no longer
let's
have.
finish this gym. I'm sorry. Oh, the snack sauce. That actually does look really good. Okay, so they're
for the border.
They're riding through the desert, and this guy just said, "Sorry, girls, I would let you sit on my race car piano, but I got to get to that 39-cent menu."
39 cents.
He just left 3 women in the desert to die.
That's how
because he was hungry.
That's how great that 39-cent menu was. Though.
Yeah, not to mention it actually looked great. If you compare like the food that Taco Bell sells right now to like what that food just
they had
like.
a fucking, what is that, a tostada?
That looked like real ingredients.
Yeah,
like not like, I don't know, lab grown bullshit or whatever.
That's crazy. This next thing is a cereal. It's actually probably my favorite cereal. It was discontinued due to just the expenses of using real nuts. nuts got expensive. And actually, did you know that what's that weird
which is amazing because probably like nowadays the reason why it's not coming back is the fact that like you probably shouldn't feed it to your children.
Allergies?
No, just like most cereals from the 90s, that's what they are. They're like
the thing is, it started getting controversial because of the allergies, and they switched the formula to kind of like fix the allergy problem and the...
Fix the... What do you mean? They started using like fake nuts? Like
yeah, just like oats. Just like that oats people. Who's that the oats brand?
None of that real nut connection.
Yeah, but anyways, they quickly, after they switched I
think fake nuts would be a good band name.
And they switched the ingredients, they quickly went defunct. But here is... We're gonna watch this here, this old 90s commercial for this cereal called Clusters.
You can title this one "Fake Nuts."
Tired of the same old flakes? Try Cluster cereal. It's got a nutty taste you'll never want to give up.
Dude, I remember Clusters.
Yeah.
The Honey Nut Clusters.
Starts with crispy flakes with wheat and bran, but then adds clusters with nuts and honey for a sweet nutty taste.
Okay. Hey, pause it. Okay.
Before someone else does.
Okay, so essentially what was going on is like they were doing just a normal ad for the cereal, making it look super delicious. It looked really good. Looked really nice. I would eat some of those clusters. In fact, I have. They're delicious. They're quite delicious. One of the best cereals I've ever had, right?
There's a Facebook page specifically to bring back clusters.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's pretty nuts.
Pretty fake nuts. Pretty fake nuts. No,
But the squirrel.
Yeah. Tell them about
The squirrel. They have a mascot that's a squirrel, and the squirrel comes in a looks like a Terminator outfit, and he takes the cereal.
Busts down. The door busted
He
down.
destroys the fucking door.
And then it's just this like Terminator squirrel.
My God.
No, it was like RoboCop. That's what it was. It looked like RoboCop.
Yeah, it was
and
RoboCop
Terminator
squirrel.
mixed.
But that's and that's just something that's missing. Like that cereal's gone, but just what I've noticed is that commercials, man. Whatever happened to like those? Whatever happened to elaborate, crazy commercials like that?
So, what it is like most companies nowadays, they will outsource to like marketing firms and whatnot, and they'll get advertisers that base off of like different demographics, and they'll say, we know, judging from this data, that this is what this commercial needs to be. It doesn't matter what the content is inside of it, as long as it focuses on this, and this. And that's why you get all commercials today are like kind of repetitive nonsense. Like, yeah, there might be one like funny instance or whatever, but it doesn't have like, you don't have like a cool mascot or whatever. You don't have like a little bit of, it's nothing relatable or whatever. They'll get a bunch of random bullshit numbers and then go with that.
I mean, who has a crazy piano man behind a truck?
Yeah.
You know what I
When's
mean?
When's
the last time you seen
Drag Star?
What happened to jingles?
Yeah.
Do you hear any jingles anymore?
No.
I mean, I don't ever hear jingles anymore.
No, it's like full...
It's just crazy. Hey, if y'all know any cereals that have been discontinued, like C3PO cereal or anything, please list them down below. What's something that you miss?
That's actually that's a good focus point to sit here and bring up. Like, what are some of the cereals that you probably ate as children and are now no longer like accessible? You can't get them anywhere.
I mean,
why did they mean so much to you? Like, why was that your favorite? Let us know.
There's that, and we're gonna move on.
And then we'll shit on that.
We're gonna move on to the next commercial here. Moving right along, Butterfinger BBs.
Yeah, I remember these. These were awesome.
A, B, Peanut buttery Butterfinger BB. Is there any snack as crisp beneath? No, there isn't. J, L,
N, O.
H-U-R-S-T-U-W-X-Y.
Butterfinger BBs.
From Nestle.
See you later, homeboy.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. And so you can tell immediately after like having watched this commercial, this is where those focus points started to come in because there wasn't as much focus on certain things. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this is where they started looking at like what they needed to sell. What's cool about this is the fact that it incorporates The Simpsons. Also, Butterfinger BBs, like
they were great.
Do they even have those anymore?
No, that's what I'm saying. No, these are things that are gone. They're gone.
Okay, yeah, they're not.
Yeah, Butterfinger BBs are gone.
You missed out. Butterfinger BBs were the shit. Just letting you know. Like,
I mean, The Simpsons promoted them.
They were probably really, really bad for your teeth or something. Besides
probably were.
Could you imagine?
They're like Reese's Pieces, but Butterfinger.
Yeah. What I really, really like about this commercial, though, is the fact that it incorporates something that was relevant at the time, like super relevant. Like, can you imagine nowadays, like, I don't know, what, like, if they did like a Reese's Pieces commercial or
With,
some brand, or they launched like a new type of like candy like that, but with like, say, like, what's the guy from Bob's Burgers? I can't remember his name.
I can't even imagine that.
But like, it like, say like, and it's just Bob sitting there like, oh shit, what's going on? And then Gene's like, hey, Dad, blah blah blah, I got this.
It might be rough to say, but I just don't think, for some reason, characters nowadays they don't have the same impact as they did then.
What's
Like The Simpsons,
right there.
And
I got Reese's Fast Break. Oh, Reese's Nutrageous.
The Simpsons are a big, but Beavis and Butthead used to be in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, for
You
sure,
know,
sure.
just like there are certain characters that just have like these huge impacts. Just there's not that many things having impacts nowadays that aren't ridiculous.
Yeah, or if it was like Jake the dog from like Adventure Time advertising something.
Fruit roll-ups.
Yeah, fruit roll-ups. But I'm trying to think of things relevant. Everything's so generic now.
That's the problem.
Everything's so generic. It's
Everything's
like,
trying to copy The Simpsons.
It doesn't have like an identity, like as far as like a lot of
Is that weird?
food
Everything is
and
unique,
candy.
but it lacks identity.
Yeah.
Is that the problem?
Like new Snickers or something. I don't know.
It's just weird. Yeah, it's just reflection. We're just reflecting. We're helping you guys reflect. What's a candy that you missed out on?
Fucking candy cigarettes. That's what.
Candy cigarettes.
Yeah.
Unless you're in Canada.
I can't get those anymore.
All right, let's. We're gonna finish up this segment real quick. We may bring this back later for more discontinued items, but there used to be a chain. It was a restaurant chain. Kind of like what's a big restaurant chain? Chili's. Chili's is probably
Chili's is probably the biggest.
It's probably
Chili's
probably
is the
everywhere.
biggest restaurant chain.
I mean, but Chi-Chi's
triple dipper.
Chi-Chi's was probably in every major city. I know we had one in Houston. There was one, there was one all along the East Coast. I'm not sure about West Coast. It was all down the center. But Chi-Chi's was a really big restaurant. I'm just gonna play the commercial, and or I'm gonna play a little bit of it. I'm not too sure if it's any.
Can you ever have too much?
Can you have too much?
What? What?
$7.49.
Dude, for no way. Also, how were they able to pay for that much airtime?
I don't know.
That was a lot of airtime for that shitty commercial. I mean, I guess it's not shitty. It did the job.
I mean, it's 90s. It's just low budget, I guess.
Yeah.
It's early 90s too. But Chi-Chi's. Let's talk about Chi-Chi's real quick. This is a
All right, so
This is kind of sad.
I have no I remember seeing that name. Like I remember the logo, but I'd never eaten there. I don't know anything about it. So
I'm sure
have to get your expertise.
But I'm sure it's
Chi-Chi's.
But I'm sure it was defunct before I even got to try it. I feel like I've been there once before with like a grandparent or something. But the thing about Chi-Chi's is I wanted to bring up something like how things disappear and like why things disappear, and I want to talk about buyouts and company buyouts and stuff.
No, we're going into that side of things.
Well, it's just but I mean,
going to the dark reality.
No, it's
of what it is
just
to live in
how
today's
crazy
society.
how crazy things can happen. So Chi-Chi's was growing fast. It was basically in every major city. You know, it wasn't everywhere, but every big city, Houston. You know, all the big cities.
So what happened is they probably got bought out and then
they almost got saved. They almost got saved by it was
Jesus.
It was a last minute back out by Outback. Outback almost bought them out because of a giant hepatitis outbreak. There's a giant hepatitis outbreak that killed 4 people.
Killed?
Yep.
At what? At Chi-Chi's?
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's gone.
Yeah.
No, Outback, dude.
They almost.
Don't get me wrong. $7.49 for whatever, like shrimp fajitas. It took me a while to register. That's what they did. They put Chi-Chi's on fajitas, and that's why they call it fajitas, right?
Yes.
Correct. Okay. $7.49 for that, plus a big fucking banana split. That looked really, really good, but not hepatitis and die good.
But I just think how crazy, like, how does something like that happen? Get a hepatitis outbreak in your Chi-Chi's chain?
like it had to have been one of the managers or some shit.
Is that crazy?
Either that or no. They probably bought some like product and it was tainted from like a delivery service or something, and then went over. So like the sad thing is that Chi-Chi's probably had no fucking clue. Like they probably weren't even responsible for it.
Well, I think they ended up fixing it, but just the damage had been done.
Too late.
You know, people were already scared to go, and that's why Outback, they were gonna buy them out to be able to keep it going and running.
Because now I'm thinking about the roots of the problem. That's kind of sad for the business owner. Because what if Papa Chi-Chi, who named the chain of restaurants after his daughter, little Chi-Chi, and he wanted to see, maybe she died of cancer whenever, that's what happened. Whenever he was little. So he named his restaurant, worked, every day that he could. He just, broke his back every single day to build this magnificent shrimp fajitas company with banana splits for $7.49. Okay, he worked so hard, and then one of the contracted delivery services brought him. They stuck their dingle or some shit, or possibly literally shit in the lettuce, something like that, and then fucking
Hepatitis.
People died from hepatitis, and this guy, he's reaching out. He's like on his like economic deathbed, like talking to the Outback people, and maybe he made the wrong Australian joke.
Australian joke? You made the wrong Australian joke?
He said, I don't know. I can't come up with a good one. Thoughts and prayers, Papa Chi-Chi. That's not a knife, this is not. He probably said something like that. He was like, hey, all you wrestle crocodiles down there? And they were like,
I just think it's kind of crazy.
They're like, no. It's like, damn it, that's what my daughter wanted me to say.
And just the idea of how companies, this is going to take it to a different place probably, but
Okay. No, I'm just saying.
Okay. Okay.
I'm ready for. We're on the road.
This is gonna take it to a different place, but
Yeah. Cut.
But fuck, I forgot what I was saying.
You're gonna take it to a different place. You're about to talk.
This is probably gonna take it to a different place.
How Aussie stereotypes.
Aussie stereotypes. No. I want to talk about buyout. Like just think about the idea of like a company buying another company, and does that kind of defeat the purpose of capitalism at the end of the day? I think I always felt like the biggest problem with capitalism has been that it's like a company that gets too large. that can buy the other companies that it's supposed to be competing against with, because capitalism is supposed to work by companies competing against each other to produce a lower cost. You know, it's like they're competing with prices, but when a company gets too big,
their prerogative. If they choose to focus on the customer, then they will. If cost efficiency meets the right, per capita.
But when companies get too big and they buy out everything,
well, what you have to understand is most of the time, especially nowadays, so if you think that what America is pure capitalism, you are completely wrong. What we have right now in America, not to get onto this weird topic, you brought it.
I'm sorry.
But America is what's referred to as crony capitalism. You have a bunch of people, these big organizations and companies, they're in the pockets of a lot of the senators and Congress and the people that vote, and they will vote on stupid fucking mediocre shit that lets certain companies essentially be better than the others. They'll have built a little bit for themselves, and then they'll use unfair play essentially to break what would normally happen in a free market society. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they will use like the government or whoever they can buy essentially to make it unfair against the other people. And that's why a lot of these places, like poor Chi-Chi's here, couldn't recover from that.
And why? Yeah. And why?
Chi-Chi's is probably a bad. Chi-Chi's going under after a hepatitis outbreak that killed 4 people. That's free market capitalism right there. See, no, what we're discussing is, say, like, if Chi-Chi's would have survived that, nobody ever heard about the 4 people that died because it would have been, like, doxed or some shit, it would have been classified. And then Chi-Chi's is now the 2nd largest food chain in America, That's what we usually have nowadays. So I will say that, like, regulations were a little bit easier back in the 90s whenever it came to capitalism.
Just a crazy subject.
Big corporations. Yeah. It's all fucking crazy, but that's the world that we live in, guys. And that's why that's why we're looking at things that are now gone.
They're not
coming back.
Happiness. Happiness is gone.
Thanks to those, monopolized.
It's just kind of weird because
No, I'm just kidding.
I always think that the idea of everything is always great, but for some reason nothing quite works.
Yeah, the execution is never right.
Yeah, it's always because it's just people. People are unpredictable. You can't have a it's kind of like the rules are made to be broken. That little thing that people say, rules are made to be broken. It's like you can't have like these rules.
Yeah.
You have to deal with like either lazy people or greedy people. Like someone affects you. Someone's going to end up affecting the line of things. That's another thing. I feel like
you're exactly right on that subject.
I just feel
there's always a different influence besides just what is projected originally. There's always like something else that's going to affect that.
I mean, you could have a utopia idea. You could have a utopia idea, but the fucking idea might not work well because Phil and Eric over here don't want to get with the fucking program.
Yeah. And essentially what it is that the people or companies that survive are the ones that are able to like go at it with an idea, with a plan, and then they keep an open mind. And then whenever that roadblock starts to come in, they can either keep trying to do, the big problem is most of them keep trying to do what they were doing, and they don't understand that they have to evolve, adapt, or die. And that's why so many of these places, like Chi-Chi's, rip Chi-Chi's, F to pay respects for Chi-Chi's, is gone. Yeah, that's how our minds work. We just kind of bounce back forth between super serious, dry, talk about capitalism and death and hepatitis Straight back to the jokes. Hey.
No. I know. I almost forgot. No. But it's just just things get crazy, and things get crazy. But back to a more happier note. Okay. Get away from the politics for a second. Like we said before, just let us know in the comments what are some things that you remember from the past that are no longer there that you wish would come back. I know there's a lot of things out there like Hubba Bubba soda, and
yeah, that's a
Hubba Bubba soda.
I mean, that's mainly what you're going to take from this, guys. Everybody's going to go home and be like, "What the fuck happened to Hubba Bubba?"
Hubba Bubba soda.
Dude, that was my shit.
Damn,
son.
A bunch of stuff.
So yeah, kind of like what we were discussing at the end of the last episode is we're going to be going and doing trial and error stuff on different styles of the podcast. See what you like and get more feedback from you on what we should do in the future as well. So keep sending in ideas, letting us know what you appreciate from it, what you're taking away from it.
If you wish they were longer.
If you wish they were shorter because we're on your fucking nerves.
And just throw topics our way, and we will
shit on them all day.
We will get to the bottom of this. You know why we'll get to the bottom of this? Because we have opinions and we have beer, and when you mix them together, you've got some really good opinions and beer.
No fear.
No fear. And that's when they say
opinions and beer.
Opinions and beer. Opinions and beer. You can't go wrong with opinions and beer. Opinions and beer. Opinions and beer. That's all we got here is opinions and beer.